There are always a lot of factors at play, and a lot of times traders like to look towards history in terms of how they view the current situation and what could happen going forward. But that's one of the reasons why they look at seasonal trends in the market. And one of the things they look at is whether or not they do see averages play out like the way they do historically speaking. So our data partners over at Kensho took a look at the last 6 months of trading for the year for the major U.S. indices and then looked at how they've done on average since 1990. So here's how the numbers bear out, and they're generally positive. If you look at the small cap Russell 2000 index, it's been on a nice tear as of late. In the second half of the year, it's actually up north of 3% on average. It's a positive trade nearly 2/3 of the time. The S&P 500, our main benchmark, up about 3.5%. It's a positive trade 71% of the time. The Dow is up about a full 4%. It's a positive trade 71% of the time. And the NASDAQ has been pacing things all year, and it could continue if history bears out. It's on average up about 5.5%. That's a positive trade 3/4 of the time. So maybe that NASDAQ momentum continues. Now, you throw into it a little bit of a nuance here because it is a midterm election year. So how often does that happen? We haven't had that many of them since 1990. But if you go back to 1982, in the third quarter, which we're in right now, it's not exactly a great quarter. Markets on average, the S&P 500 down north of 2%. It's positive only 56% of the time. However, you carry that into the fourth quarter, a seasonally strong trade in the fourth quarter that even bears out more so in midterm election years. On average, it's up 8.5% in the fourth quarter. It's a positive trade nearly 90% of the time. So as we talk about these seasonal trends, it's not to say that traders automatically say this is going to happen. It just gives us a little guidance for what we could expect in the future, and that's something they'll be watching. Back over to you.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.